Welcome back. Welcome back to An Athlete's Journey. I'm your host, Travis Reed. Today I got a special guest, somebody that I grew up with, grew up playing against with. I've been knowing them since I was probably like seventh, eighth grade. We used to play against each other in the CYO Catholic Youth League way back in the day. His coach was actually one of my heroes, Pops, and Toby Bailey's dad. And that's the funny thing. Like, I just call him Mr. Bailey. I don't call him nothing else but Mr. Bailey. But
Man, I still call him Coach Bailey.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But plus he's just a great, great guy, great person. I've looked at his career. He's been super successful after, super successful during. Um, like I said, folks, like I watched him. He was at Georgia Tech. Like, oh my God, that look at my left-handed brother.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's a great person. Want to introduce him on my show, Mr. Tony Akins. Tony, say what's up, man.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Tony Akins. Grew up in LA, like Trav said. Moved to Georgia right after middle school. You know what I'm saying? Been an ATLian ever since then. Went to Georgia Tech. After Georgia Tech, had 7 years in Europe, and then had a following, 12, 13 in Korea. And I've been retired, living there ever since.
Well, like I said, the fact that he played 20 years professionally goes to show you that his game never changed. I've been watching, like I said, he was doing the same things in college that he was doing in
Yep,
seventh grade. Little
yep.
left-handed stutter step, little
Yeah,
jumper, you know what I'm saying? Little
yeah,
jumper. I
yeah.
know his game. I remember his game.
Yep, yep, yep.
Like the funny thing is like when you left, I was like, man, he went to Georgia and all of a sudden he popped up and was starting, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they're gonna Tony, man, they doing this thing. So, well, like I said, I would say I'm proud of you, brother. I appreciate you coming on the show. Um,
Appreciate it.
let's get this started. How did your basketball journey start?
Well, it's like you said, LA over there, West LA.
Mm-hmm.
Came out there. My pops was heavy in the ball, so he had me playing baseball, football, basketball. I played football over at Baldwin Hills too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was playing baseball up at Rancho, stuff like that. And I wasn't really I can't really say I was into sports like that, but I was just talented. You know what I'm saying? And my dad wanted to keep me out of trouble, so he just had me always, into sports or whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
coming up on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Man, what's crazy is when I was about 8, 9 years old, boy, I used to go up to Rancho and hoop, get my ass busted. They used to bust me, bust me. I'm talking about bust me. So then one year, I went my because I was playing ball at Pan Pacific, and then
Mm-hmm.
no, I was playing. You know what? I was playing baseball up at Johnsboro or something because I was playing in multiple base. You know how multiple baseball,
Yeah,
multiple
yeah, yep,
basketball,
yep, yep,
and
yep.
football was just Baldwin Hills. So then I had one Jewish friend. He used to play at the Beverly Hills YMCA. So he was like, "Yo," the dad was like, "Yo, come over here at the YMCA and play with us." I played that one year, got my confidence up, right? It was crazy. I was able to do everything I've been wanting to do because at Rancho they was busting me. I was like, I can't do nothing. Went to YMCA, giving them work, bro. I thought I was Jordan out there. They
No.
ended up kicking me out the league, bro. They said you can't play no more, right?
Oh, okay.
Came back to Rancho when I was 10. Everybody who Brandon Granville,
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Pump, everybody used to serve me up. Had a vendetta. I was killing these dudes. They were so mad. I was loving it. Bro, I was loving it. I was loving it. I said, yeah, y'all remember how you used to do me? I'm about to double up. I'm double up on y'all head. So yeah, that's actually when I actually got started. In that year I played ARC and then it took off from there. So, remember Trey, I was making a little name for myself. We had no internet, we was on Cal Sports or whatever. And then all of a sudden we moved to Georgia. Man, I went out there. They was like, "Who is this dude?" Like, we don't, we ain't fucking with you like that. So I had to start all over, bro.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Start all over, man, and had to prove myself, man. Literally fighting. Like I was fighting out there. And
Right.
then, you know what I'm saying? Went to a high school that was nasty. We was trash. And then finally, my junior year, we made some noise. Then I started getting some respect in the state. Senior year, we made it to the finals. Got Mr. Basketball. Then ended up going to Georgia Tech. Having a decent 2 first years, and then my third and fourth year, I took off, did well, and then went overseas, man. First year in Russia. It was a learning experience, man. It was that Eastern Bloc Europe is some fire over there.
Oh, I'm already knowing. I was in Estonia and Ukraine, so I'm already knowing.
Oh man, Ukrainian just like Russia,
Yep,
Estonia
yep,
just like Russia,
yep,
all that
yep.
Eastern Bloc, bro. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And the crazy thing was I came, like we grew up old school. My pops was telling me, "Hey, you better watch out for the internet now. They gonna get in your information, take it all out." Like that's like that like that's how I grew up. So you gotta understand, bro. I wasn't even messing with the internet and stuff like that. So I ain't know nothing like Russia. I had a deal between Russia and Israel. I didn't know nothing about either country. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up, I didn't know, I knew nothing, bro. I was 22 years old. Yeah, I was ignorant, man. I was ignorant.
Hey, I had to look at a map, like one of those globe maps, those balls. So I was like, where am I going? Because at first, my first job was like Bogota, Colombia. I was like, where's Bogota, Colombia at? So I'm like spinning the map, like, where is it? Okay, South America. Okay.
Barely couldn't find it at first.
Yeah,
though.
I could. It was like, oh, okay, this is where it's at. And then it was like, we want to go Holland. I was like, where the hell's Holland? The Netherlands. Where the hell's the Netherlands? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I love y'all, Holland and Netherlands, if y'all listening, but I had to look on the map like, oh, okay. Even after
man,
playing, I do the same thing with Estonia, looking like,
yeah,
I don't even know what that's
bro.
at.
But what's crazy is though, Trav, the way we was, man, going overseas, it's basically basketball who helped us. To be able to go overseas and get that experience and really expand your mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Get up out the neighborhood and basically get your head up out your ass, man. And then you start, becoming humble. It really teaches you about yourself and that really made me who I am now, man. Because when I first went to Russia, bro, I was a dickhead. Like I still thought I was at Georgia Tech.
Right.
Like y'all don't know me, bro. Why y'all streets so dirty? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all cars like this? Why is smell? Why so many stray dogs? The food, bro. My teammates hated me, bro. And I understand. At the time, I know I was just being me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just young Korean and black kid, like having to fight my way up. You got that chip on your shoulder.
Yep.
It took me about 2-3 years to get that off me, and yeah, man, my experience changed me a lot, man, just as a person.
No, I got
Humbled me a lot.
All right. We're gonna go back a little bit, and obviously you talked about you was interested in baseball, you was good at baseball, a little bit of football growing up, other sports. But and obviously you kind of went into your AAU experience. How was your AAU experience playing with ARC and just that era of basketball kind of growing up at that time?
Yeah, so I had, before that, I told you I was playing up at Rancho, Pan Pacific. Played that 1 year at YMCA, which it was whack, but I needed it. So then I needed it, but it was terrible. So then I went to I didn't even know what AAU was. I don't think I was maybe 10 years old.
Right.
Somebody was like, yeah, they got AAU over there in North Hollywood. You know North Hollywood, the
Of course.
Yeah, so I pulled up there, and it was like a little tryout. I'm not knowing what's going on. I'm seeing LA gear. I'm seeing everybody got LA gear catapults on.
Yep. The Karl Malones, baby.
The Karl Malone. So I'm like, yo, what is this? But you put ball out there, I'm going at people. Like this in my mental this time, like I had something to prove. I was going at everybody, just trying to kill them. Then they was like, yo, come on this AAU team. You know what I'm saying? They was like, everybody else got to pay, but you ain't got to pay. I was in my mind, I was like, nigga, we ain't gonna pay because we ain't got no money like that.
Right. I got you on that one, bro.
Yeah. If we gotta pay, I'm sorry, we can't play.
You can't play. Yeah.
So then they hit me with my first LA Gear catapult shoes that I ever got free, bro. Some reversible blue and white jerseys. I was hyped, bro. I think I went home, man, wore them, walked around in the house with the shoes on, just hyped. You know what I'm saying? Then they told me we're gonna play in tournaments against other AAU teams. I said, this is a dream. Like I've always wanted to get out of the area I was in. Like this is a dream. So, you know what I'm saying? And then going over there playing K-Swiss, PTI, Slammy Jam, like, you know what I'm saying? It was other like local AAU teams. Then we made some trips to Vegas to play, bro. Staying at Circus. Circus still around?
Yes, but
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
the worst one to stay at on the strip. You know what I'm saying? It's like obviously with everything that kind of they got the Cosmopolitan, they got the Wynn, the Encore, Palazzo, the Venetian. The Circus is kind of down the line.
Oh man.
Yeah, we was
I will never
kids.
forget
When we
Circus.
was kids, it was the shit. But
Trav,
it
I'll
ain't.
never forget Circus, bro.
Yeah,
That
don't
was
get me wrong. That was the place to get all the teenage girls, all the girls at
what?
Circus. Everybody's
Well,
like,
I was just about to say that's the first time I ever got on with a chick, bro. I was like, I'm a grown ass man out here. I'm a grown ass. You can't say nothing to me.
right. And just to let everybody know who's listening, like this dude was 7th grade. When I first met him, we was playing against each other in the CYO league, like I said before. Left-handed point guard. We beat him because we were just bigger than him as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
Now hold on, Trav. Y'all beat us because y'all Trav in 8th grade. He's 6'5". Already got little stubbles on his face, moving like a grown man. Y'all. I swear, I was like, yo, I need a birth certificate. There's no way he's in middle school or junior high school.
right.
You was a grown man back then, man. Come on, man. That was crazy. He ran the point. He ran the center. He ran the shooting guard. He did everything. The boys like left-handed Magic Johnson back then, man.
Well, then I was like, Pops was like, well, he ain't gonna go nowhere. I ain't gonna let you run point. So Cabrini was the only school that was like, all right, we're gonna put him at the point. And then the guy who was running point, Lamar, he was like, I can just shoot it. He was like, good. I don't want to shoot anyway. So I was like, here, Lamar, shoot. You don't have to worry about passing. You don't have to worry about none of that. Just shoot it. And he was like, cool.
Man, y'all had a squad, man.
No, that year, we like I said, all the 7th grade dudes who played, we took our lumps, and in the 8th grade year, I was like, oh yeah, we about to run roughshod over everybody. But y'all were tough though. Y'all were tough. We played y'all in like 15 times in one season.
I know.
Every championship.
Bro, I walk in the gym. I don't even see our team. I just see the tall light bulb, this light bulb head ass. I'm like, no, I heard it be sick.
No,
you can't get no rebounds. You can't get no rebound. You get the rebound, you push it, you faster than all of us. Like, what are we supposed to do, bro?
Back then I was like, oh, rebound and go. All right, push hard as I can. Our coach was like, beat him up and down the court every time. So I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seemed like you enjoyed it. Beating us with grown and beating kids.
Nah, no. So obviously after middle school, you leave to go to Georgia. Could you tell me like what was your most memorable moment in high school?
This is my
So you were talking about what was your most memorable moment at Georgia in high school?
You know what? I can't say like one exact moment. I would say it was the battle. Just like how you talk about journey.
Yeah.
The journey was probably the best thing for me to come from LA to Georgia, and really people, pretty much writing me off, like, who this, what I'm saying, LA, how they try to put stigma.
LA dude.
Light skin, you know what I'm saying? Soft, you soft. you know what I'm saying? They used to put me through it. So I used to have to just battle and finally getting to the point where my senior year, I took that from nowhere high school team to the state championship. And I'm talking about we was tearing everybody up. City boys, all that, you know what I'm saying? So all that hate that I heard when I first got to Georgia, man, I just had to pretty much show them. And now I got my respect, you know what I'm saying? Everybody feared me. And that was probably and then at the end of that, me getting Mr. Georgia basketball, you know what I'm saying? That confirmed, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I did it. Come on, TJ, why you come over here?
No, it's all good. It's all good, folks. You know what I'm saying? Got a little man with him. So
yeah,
you Mr. Georgia. Hello, how you doing, little man?
Daddy.
Say hello.
How you doing? No, now you're Mr. Georgia, right? You can probably go to any school in the country. What makes you want to go to Georgia Tech?
That's Uncle Maggie.
No, this is Daddy's friend, Travis Reed. I'm
How
talking
you
to
doing?
Uncle Trav right now, so you're gonna let me talk, okay?
No, I just Uncle Maggie.
You do look like Uncle Maggie, but that's not Uncle Maggie.
We all kind of looking like a certain way.
That's Uncle Maggie.
They look like. Come on, TJ. Let me get talk on the phone. I'm gonna go over here. So, what you ask?
And I said, obviously, being Mr. Basketball in Georgia, you know, obviously, you have your choice of going to any college. What made you go to Georgia Tech?
Man, it was so my two schools came down to Michigan and Georgia Tech, and you know, ever since I was young, Fab Five, soon as Fab Five, because I was born in Detroit, so as soon as Fab Five hit, I said, "Oh my God, I'm in love with that yellow and blue, that gold and blue."
Right.
So that's where I always wanted to go. But then being at Georgia, you know, you had the point guard
Yeah.
so many point guards coming out of there, and it took Michigan was kind of like my youth love, and then when I became in high school, it came to Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? And then me being like I told you, I was still ignorant, being small minded. I didn't see the world as being big. I just saw it as my neighborhood. So I was like, you know what? I worked so hard to make my name here. I want to see it through. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I can't say it was a what is it, like a big vision plan, but it was just at the moment plan.
Hey, whatever you do to make you happy, you know what I'm saying? What do you remember about your first year in college?
I remember us playing those preseason games, and I'm averaging 18, 19 points. Now, mind you, the schools is, you know, smaller.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm hyped. So I'm like, you know what? I might do 2 years and I'm out.
Okay. You're like, oh, this
2
easy.
years,
This
I'm out.
easy work.
This easy, bro. I swear, it felt like high school. So then we play UGA, Georgia.
Yep.
I get him 24-7 against Saul Smith, older brother. What was his name? It was another Smith point guard there.
Right.
Tubby Smith, first son.
Georgia, okay. Yeah.
And Georgia was decent. Game 24-8. I'm like, bro, it's a wrap. I might put my name in this year. Bro, Trav, I tell you somebody ignorant, bro. I was ignorant.
Right.
So then that next matchup, bro, we played Kentucky at the Georgia Dome. This one they had Wayne Turner.
Yeah, 98, right? Was it 98?
Yeah.
Or not? They won the national championship that year.
Yeah.
We played them. We played them in Sweet 16. They smacked it by like 40, but go ahead.
Bro, grown men. That was like Travis Reed in 8th grade right there. Grown men. Bro, they had They
had Scott Padgett. They had
Scott Padgett,
Ishamu Evans, but McGlory went to NBA. They had Nazir Muhammad. He was in NBA too. Yeah.
Bro, they beat us by 39.
Hey, I can't. They beat us by like 30 in the Sweet 16. So I remember.
Bro, I think I went 2 for 14. Because mind you, I'm a freshman. Mind you, I'm still going off of that high. So I'm sure I'm like, ain't no way these ain't going in. Ain't no way. Man, Kentucky had me rushing. You know that defense had me rushing my shots up. I'm beating one man. The help comes so fast. I'm getting bodied, man. Oh, it was a terrible game. And ever since then, bro, my shit went down. That crushed my confidence. Cause and now as an old head looking back, at that time in my life, I was young and ignorant. I wasn't a hoop head. Like I wasn't going to the gym, putting in the work. I was just straight, just playing off of talent. You know what I'm saying? You know that talent gonna only take you so far. And in certain situations, it ain't gonna come to the rise if you're not what is it, working on the talent, making it, making it become something. So then ever since that game, it did something mental to me. And I ended up averaging a little less than 12 points that season. Like it cut me down. And then I remember that Kentucky game. I probably remember that Kentucky game to the day I died. It was a rude lesson.
A rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? I remember when my rude awakening was in practice at UCLA, man. You know, I mean, I feel like, this is my opinion, JR was the best forward in college basketball, JR Henderson. And because he was 6'9",
he was nice.
Yeah, 6'9", can handle, he can
move,
shoot it,
can
move, was big and fit strong. And he would just do work on me. I was like, damn, I went against Elton Brand and all these niggas, Chris Burgess, Jason Jaron Collins. Well, none of them working me like he was. He was pump fake, up and under, dunk, spin, hook shot, elbow dunk. I'm like, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Can't do nothing about it.
Can't do nothing about it. It's one of those like, all right, you can't do nothing. I just hate you right now. Even though you're my teammate. And so like those, like then I had to realize like I gotta come off the bench. I gotta be a role player kind of thing. I didn't even start. So it was
that's tough. That's tough for a young guy to being a star and then all of a sudden have to do that, man. And you young, you a freshman?
A freshman, you know what I'm saying?
It's gotta hurt the confidence, the ego, all that.
No, it was tough, man. So that's why like I like it helped me kind of humble me, kind of like I had to work on my game and get better. Because I was like, if I can go at him, I can go at anybody, because nobody, I felt this is like, I know Antoine Jameson and a lot of other dudes was there that year, but I felt like he was the best forward in college basketball. So what was the hardest thing, from college, from high school? What was the hardest thing?
Probably the strength. The strength. Like the speed wasn't really, it was the strength, man. It was me getting my hips by somebody, but them able to just hold me off with their forearm and just have me going parallel instead of downhill. Bro, I swear, I'm like, that's a foul, man. Ain't no foul. I was like, bro, this is a foul. They out here cheating. They cheating, bro. These refs got paid.
Hell yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, no.
It's just,
it was way more physical. Yeah, way more physical in college. Like dude had like you said, that grown man strength. So, all right. So obviously you're at Georgia Tech for 4 years. You have 2 great years after kind of learning the game, your first 2. What would you say your greatest triumph in college and your greatest failure was?
Greatest triumph in college is when Paul Hewitt, my junior year, he came in. He really taught me how to work. That's the first time in my life I did an individual workout. I did not know what an individual workout was. Like I told you, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I was more into like, you know what I'm saying, chicks and like kicking it and stuff. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. And then my junior year, Coach Cremens, he ended up, stepping off, and then Paul Hewitt came in.
Right.
And I remember he was like, Tony, I see talent in you. I think you got a lot of holes in your game and the way you approach the game. But I'm gonna help you with that. Me, I'm like, nigga, who is you, bro? I'm Tony Akins, bro. I told my posse, man. I told my posse, yo, this clown came up to me talking crazy that we might have to transfer. Like I was on one, Trav. I'm telling you, like you grow from who you used to be and stuff. But I was on one back then, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
So then he
Mm-hmm.
got me in individual practice, man. Them individuals be what 40 by yourself one-on-one be about
No,
40,
no.
45
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. And it'd be like
I
three
think I
coaches and you.
I think I lasted 20 minutes, 25 minutes, bro. I said, no, my stomach, bro, something's wrong. I must not be fit. I'm not having all these excuses, bro. I couldn't get my
Right.
shoulders up to shoot the ball no more. Like hurt me. But then, you know, my natural instinct was to be hard headed and just, do what I want to do. But I stuck through. And my junior year, bro, we made it to the finals, man. I think that year I was averaging 16 points, 15 points a game. I made all honorable mention for the tournament because I was, I played well. Even though we lost to St. Joe's with Jameer Nelson, I was giving Jameer work. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was real satisfying for me for the 2 years I had of just having to learn and struggle in moments to where I actually saw, okay, you put work in. Like, it was big for me, for the person I was.
Right.
Oh, you put work in and now you get the result like this. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
real I've been in Korea a long time. What's the word? Gratifying?
Yeah.
Gratifying, right?
You can say gratifying. That's fine.
Yeah. So I would say
Satisfied.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that really meant a lot to me. My
Mm-hmm.
junior, and I really appreciate Paul Hewitt for that. And one thing though, my pops was telling me, because my junior year was our team was full of seniors, and we had made it to the tournament, and I made all honorable mention. And he was like, Tony, you need to put your name in this year. Don't come back for your senior year.
Right.
And I was like, I had just got into my joint. Paul Hewitt got me working. I'm working the fishing now. I'm on one. Couldn't nobody mess with me except for Jason Williams at Duke. Remember, Jay Willard was a dog.
No, he was
Hey,
dog. Yeah.
woo.
Yeah, no. He was he was nice. He was super nice in college.
Man, he was a dog. Besides him, though, couldn't nobody touch me, bro. So I was like, I'm coming back for my senior year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that one I wish I'd have been a little bit more smarter with. But once again, I told you I was small minded. I was like, nah, I'm trying to go back to Tech, man. Get with what I'm used to, man. Got my little girlfriends over there. Some real just, you know what I'm saying? Not
hey,
smart.
I get it, dog. Hey, say you king of the school, and then you don't want to, we'll leave that. I respect that. What would you say your biggest failure in college was?
I mean, it couldn't have been helped, but just my mental, the way I saw the game, the way I perceived this hard work, being really immature. I probably didn't really immature. I probably didn't mature. See, I'm still trying to grow, to tell you the truth. But, but from the point where I was really bad to where I got okay, I was probably still 28, 27, 28 years old. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a while, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
And still had a sprinkle of bad sequences, and then got married, and then after that I was like, hold on, bro, you can't keep carrying on like this.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, what would be your biggest lesson that you learned in college? It would just be the maturity, huh? Would that be the answer?
The maturity, man. Like maturity. And once we go after college, I got another crazy story for you, and just gonna back up what I'm saying.
Okay.
Come on, man. DJ, give me a break. Give me a break. Come on. But yeah, just my maturity, man. Like that really held me back. I mean, it's in the past now, and because of the memories of me being so immature, it really forces me to be more conscious about who I am and the way I do things now. But yeah, that was I could have had a way stronger freshman sophomore year, and again, I love, because I tell my cousins this. I was like, man, that's not Uncle Mangi. Come on, TJ, you gonna make me have to go somewhere. I gotta go somewhere else. Yeah, Daddy can't even talk because of you.
No, it's all good,
So
man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
shit, what was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say because of him.
Well, it's all right. We're gonna just keep it moving. We're gonna keep it
Yeah,
moving. You
okay,
know what I'm saying?
okay.
So, okay. So you do your 4 years at Georgia Tech. Now, do you have I know you go to Russia, but did you have any NBA teams looking at you, do any workouts, anything
Oh,
like that?
so and now this, Trav, this might be one of my biggest regrets right here.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I didn't get so I had a couple agents with me, ended up signing with Inner Performance.
Okay.
It was like, yo, we here. I had some workouts. Atlanta Hawks did not give me one workout. I was like, bro, it's hometown. It ain't
Yeah,
even like
yeah.
it ain't even like you gotta give me no ticket or nothing. I'm here, no workout. Ended up working out with Miami Heat, the Nets, and shit. It might have been two teams. I worked out with two teams. So I knew from there, I was like, it ain't looking good.
Right, right,
Didn't
right,
get
right, right.
drafted. So my agents was like, well, Miami Heat and the Nets like you, but they because of roster situation, they'll give
Yeah,
you that
yeah,
spill.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course.
Yeah. So then Nets was like, all right, we're gonna invite you to our pre-summer league tryout.
Okay, okay.
So we went up to New Jersey. They had invited us maybe 18 players, 20 players. So we were
Mm-hmm.
trying out for the summer league team.
Right, 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 right,
Now, before that, mind you, I'm at Georgia Tech chilling, kicking it,
right.
doing what I do, bro. Doing what I do, man. So then my coach was like, this was my assistant coach, Cliff Warren. He was like, yo, he know me well. He was like, Tony, get your ass in this gym. I'm gonna be there at this time. Your ass better be there. All right, man. Came in there. He every day, he just working me. Just work. Cause he's like, bro, I know you going up to New Jersey. You gotta be tip top. So he working me. Man, I went up to New Jersey, man. I am literally killing these dudes.
Right.
Trav, bullshit you not. Killing these dudes. They got overseas guards over there. And I got brought on pretty much as like, okay, we'll bring him on as a favor type stuff for the
Right.
agency.
Right,
You
right,
know what
right,
I'm
right.
saying? But then, so I'm killing him. And then you know who B. Scott, Brian Scott was a coach at the time.
Right, right, right,
And
right, right.
Byron Scott from LA.
Mm-hmm.
And his son used to play at Pan Pacific, not with me, but on another team.
Okay. All right, I
You know
remember
what I'm
that. I
saying?
remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So then I went up there, and you killing, right? I'm talking about Brandon Armstrong came out that in and out cross. We blessed him, hit a three.
Yeah.
Even it was to the point where I was like, damn, bro, this is crazy. This is easy. So I could see Byron Scott looking at me with his arms crossed from the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh shit. So they end up cutting all the guards.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Mm-hmm.
point guards just had me on there. We go. So we practicing, mind you. I'm the starting point. We got Brandon Armstrong at the 2, Richard Jefferson at the 3, Scalabrini at the 4, and one of the
Mm-hmm.
Collin twins at the 5.
Yeah, yeah, Jason.
And I'm starting, bro. So we're practicing through plays, all this, bro. Let me tell you what my dumb ass do. Instead of me being humble and continuing to work to get better,
Right,
I'm
right.
like, I call my agent like, yo, go ahead and get ready for me to be in the league, baby. I'm here. Call hit one of the one of the chicks I'm messing with. Flew her up to Boston because that's where the Shaw League's at. Before they all went to Vegas, they was flew up to the Shaw League. Instead of me focus on the job I gotta do, I'm over here kicking it, bro. Will you believe first game we play against Atlanta Hawks? So
Right.
I'm like, yo, they ain't give me no workout. They drafted the white kid from Gonzaga. What's his name? The point guard. He
I
played a
forgot.
couple years in the league.
Yeah. No, I think I was gonna say Luke Jackson, but like, nah, he went to
Nah.
Oregon. He went to Oregon.
He was at Washington, then transferred to Gonzaga, but point guard drafted
Anyway.
him. So I'm heated. I'm kicking it. Not even working on my game, bro. I was nasty that first game, bro. When I tell you nasty, it was to the point where after like the first quarter, I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, I done fucked up.
Right.
Second game, Byron Scott still trying to look out because from LA. Still started me. He didn't coach the team, but he still
of course.
started me.
Right.
We played the Knicks. Damn, I can't remember nobody name. Knicks had the ball head dude from New York.
Oh, Stephon Marbury? But no.
Nah. It was summer league team. He ain't never really get on like that. Went to St. John's. Had like a kind of a aggressive looking face.
Ball-headed dude from New York. I can't even think of his name, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So he out there. You could tell he in the gym working. He ain't killing me, but he doing way better than me.
Right.
Bro, by the third game, bro, I'm coming off the bench. Barely played. Fourth game, I ain't even get off the bench.
Oh wow! So you went from starting, yeah.
Fifth game, I already knew what time it was. Fifth game, so I'm sitting there. My confidence is shattered, bro. And at that time, I couldn't realize how big of a fuck up I did.
Right.
But once I was overseas, about 20, like I said, 27, 28 years old, I think back about that. And I'm like, you's a clown, bro. Like, you's a clown. Like, you need to fix yourself, bro. Like, it's a real problem with you, man. Like, motherfuckers would give they pinky finger for that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting out here kicking. You calling a chick that you ain't even serious about. What you call her up there for, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just my mental wasn't there, man.
Yeah,
and it really took me. It'd have been just like this. Say I would have made it to the league, right? I wasn't mature enough to where I would have detrimented my life even more if I would have went to the league. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you wasn't mature enough to handle the success of being in the league. Yeah.
At all. So I needed to go overseas, you know what I'm saying? Be out there isolated on my own, come into different customs and really take off all the chips and the armor I had on me and really get to the raw of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Really look at myself in the mirror. So I am appreciative of the journey that I had to make me become the man that I am, you know?
No. I think we all on the path that we choose to avoid. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is like it takes God puts you on a journey to make you feel a certain way, to make you grateful, you know, of what you have, rather than just giving you everything you got and then maybe messing up even more. You know what I'm saying? I always felt slighted in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like, because when I came on, I got drafted like number 59, 58, whatever, back in 2001 or whatever it was. Memphis used to come up a lot, you know what I'm saying, like, and watch us practice and play and stuff. But, you know, like, I was like, when I came out, it was like Stromile Swift was another number 2 pick. Caspers Gambala was like the number 18 pick. They got another forward. They had like draft like 3 or 4 power forwards. I'm like, I'm not gonna play on the summer league team, so why am I even going out? So I need money. So my agent was like, at the time, was like, yo, I got this job in Bogota, Colombia. It paid like $4,000 a month. I'm like, let's roll. I'm with it. And so, like, instead of hooping in the summer league, I
hold on. So wait a minute. You ain't go?
Nah. I didn't even I was in between, like, it's at that time, right? School was over, right? I had no money to pay rent.
Yeah.
You know, I had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was graduated, so I wasn't getting no more scholarship money.
Yeah.
So basically, I was like, well, I need money. You know, and I went to Bogota.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And just never, and like after that, I just kept signing deals overseas, you know, and I just never
chasing that check.
Chasing that money, man. So like every team I was on, for the most part, what people don't know about overseas ball, you know, is that if you do good, teams are trying to sign you while you're there. So they'll start they'll start working on you in December. And you just like, no, I want more. No. And you say no so much when they make you an offer, you be like, I can't.
That's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice, and your agent is like, the agent want that money, so they like, sign this deal, dog. It's you making 50% more than you made last year. Say you making
You
4,000.
already here.
You already,
here.
you know it. You know what you
You
had.
in shape. Take the bread.
Take it. Take this deal so you can come back next year and you be straight. And and he's like, I don't know. Like my agent at the time, he was big in Holland. He was big in the country. So he was like, for my first 3 years, I was like, man, what about Belgium? What about France? What about, man, get this money here. You already established here, And so you just be taking them deals, and I don't even think about, like, when I get back to the summer league, I'm like, I played in Long Beach Summer League, like the free agent division, with Barron. When we won the whole championship back in 2004. That's when I met the rapper, The Game. Like, he was Barron's homie at the time, and like he used to hoop. He still hoop, but like he used to really hoop.
In 2004, I feel like I played in that free agent league too.
You might have. Like I said, like it was me, Barron, Baron Davis, obviously Billy. Yeah, he put a team in there. We all played on it. We won the championship.
I feel like I played in that, bro. Because either it was 2004, 2005. Because when I played in there, that's how. Because I didn't even know. I've been out here in the Korean league.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Korea had a professional basketball league. Because I was in Europe just doing my thing.
Right.
And then I'm playing in there. I'm killing. You know the summer league. I'm killing. I'm having blast. I'm playing free. Bro, I'm dropping 25 balls every game. So then a Korean agent come to me and he's like, hey, are you Filipino? I was like, nah, I'm a Korean and black. So he started speaking to me in Korean. So he was like, yo, there's a Korean professional league, right? I was like, what? I didn't know that. And then from there, he started trying to get me linked up with it. And that's how I eventually got over it. It was because of that. It was because of that Long Beach run.
No. Look, I can tell you two people, like this dude named Joe Smith. He's the agent now, little point guard. He played against us, did good, and went to Italy off that tape. I was in Holland already. I was like, I might try to go somewhere else off this tape, like off, playing this league. But I ended up going back to Holland. And like I always felt like my career I could have went better if I had the right representation. It's just like
Trav, I was about to say, bro, it sounded like your agent was on one, man. Like,
oh God, yeah. I went through them. I had to go. I had like 4 agents because I was just like, dude, I'm the MVP of this country. You telling me I can't get another job somewhere else? I just won the championship. Yeah, bro. So I won the, like 2004 was like, we won the MVP of the league. We won the championship. I had this dude, Gary Buchanan. He went to Villanova. We was on my team, American. We won the championship, and then I ended up signing back with the team, like right before I left, because they was like, we trying to keep Travis here. And I played in the summer league, and I didn't realize, like, they were saying, like, breach of contract, whatever, you can't get out of contract. And my boy was like, man, I signed 2 contracts this summer. I just picked the team, pick the country I go to. I should have done that, what he did, so.
Man. Yeah, your agent was on one, bro.
He was on one. But it's like I said, it's all good, man. I was where God wanted me to be. So
exactly.
So you played 7 years in Europe. So you're in Russia for how many years? And then what were you at after that?
Shit, like I told you, man. I told you, them boys in Russia was hating me. The coach hated me. I was a dickhead, man. Bro. Trying to keep it real with you, man. I think I had so many. When I moved to Georgia, I had so many fights and battles that I had to do, man. It put a chip on my shoulder, bro. And I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was still just, my mind was, you know what I'm saying? It was just on one, man. So I was over there, motherfuckers hated me. I think I was there for 3 months. The owner liked me. Coaches, players hated me. So they was like, bro, we just gotta part ways. I was like, fuck it. I told them, fuck it, I ain't like your country anyway. Like, what type of ungrateful, you know what I'm saying? Just ungrateful, man.
No, I got for real.
So
I got you.
I ended up coming back, chilled at the house for some minute, and then I went to China. Cause here goes another one. A name I can't remember. Point guard, white dude, went to Fresno State. Nice.
Wait, is that the dude?
Nice.
Is that the dude Herring? Herring?
Heron.
Yeah, yeah.
Heron.
Chris
Yeah.
Herring.
Chris Heron.
Yeah,
Chris Heron ended up
yeah.
messing his knee up bad. So
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going out there for 2.5 months. End of the season through the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up finishing Final Four or Final Eight, something like that in the playoffs. And shit, China, I didn't know that, but China paid a bag. So I was
Oh
out there
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I was
China.
like, yeah, okay. And then I was trying to get back out there, but Chris Heron, they signed Chris Heron again because he had the time off, and so I was like, damn.
Imagine.
And just like how you said, you get to that next job. So the Chinese year ended up finished. So then Dominican Republic had their seasons were like 2 months.
Yeah, summer. It's just it's same as Colombia.
Yep. So I went out there, picked up that check, and that was my first year. So I was bouncing around. That South America ball is physical.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a real physical because the refs, like they cater to the crowd. So if you going on the road, they can beat your ass up and you just be like, what a foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Look, where I played in Bogota, it was a cage. The court was in the cage. You know what I'm saying?
Indoor though? It was indoor?
It was indoor, but like it was outdoor because it was like a cement place. There was no windows. I know exactly what you're talking about. No windows. The court was in the cage and the fans be screaming and dancing and singing. Bro. And you like, man, this is like gladiator school right here, dog.
Bro, we was out there, man. So I played for San Carlos. We was the hood team. Like we was hood. I loved it though, because mind you, I'm young. I'm 22, so I don't got it up here. So I'm like, yeah, what? No team messed with us, but the basketball was rough. So I remember crazy story. Goldwire. He played in the league. He's older than us, but Goldwire, he was a vet. He was out there on bucket.
Right.
His team was playing us, bro. Our fans got so mad they started throwing the coins on the court, trying to take him out. Ended up cutting his eye, bro. Cut it deep. He had to get taken out the game. And the fans was like, yeah, we did it. You guys win the game now. I'm like, yo, where am I? Like this is not. That was a little bit too much. I was like, yo, I like the hood being behind my back, but that's too much, bro. Like we can't be ball players out
here. No, that's real. That's real.
Yeah. I know you got some crazy stuff that had to happen.
Man, look, like we was playing like one of the best teams. The Americans on the team didn't play. The older Americans on my team because they didn't get their money, so they just left. Yeah, and I'm the only American that was there, So we played like the number one team, and like I was like, well, okay, if I'm the only one American, I'm gonna just ball out, F it. And so we played them, and we beat them. But the funny thing was like dudes was getting ticky tacks, and other Americans on the other team was getting super ticky tacks, and they were trying to say, "Hey, ref," and like literally like the fans was coming on to the cage, like to the court. Like they was about to be a Royal Rumble in this bitch.
And they don't play that.
Yeah, no, and the refs called like I want to, and this is no lie, like straight, like 8 straight fouls on their team, 8 straight. So anytime we went to the bathroom, foul, foul, beep, beep, beep. We shot like 17 straight free throws, dog. And like we ended up, like I said, we ended up winning the game, and like the refs like kind of like ran out. But it was kind of like people was giving them high fives and they was running out the court. Man,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I believe every word you say. I believe every word you say.
That was I'm telling you, man. That's just straight up. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
crazy.
That was my first year. Second year, I went to France for 2 years. So that was my second and third year.
Okay.
Then after that, I went to Turkey. Love Turkey, man.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Man, love Turkey. Great ball. People cool. You know what I'm saying? Then I went to Croatia. Split Croatia was probably my favorite city ever, man. Like people gave me love. Had a blast out there. Then I went to Greece. No. I went to Bulgaria. I played for Sofia, Bulgaria. It was a Cheska team. They had a Cheska team in Bulgaria. Played for them for the ticket. Then I went to Greece. Now, when I was at Greece, I didn't get to finish the year there because I had to come to Korea and put in my immigration papers because I was for my Korean citizenship. So the Greece team didn't want to let me leave, and I was like, "Look, it's not in y'all control. Like, I'm gonna leave. I'm just giving y'all a heads up." So I ended up leaving there. Came to Korea for about a month and a half to do my immigration papers. So then they had a half Korean draft into the league, which was in February. So I still had December, January to still play ball. So I ended up going to Cyprus, which was, a little bit lower level, but I knew it was gonna be my last time to play in Europe. So I was like, I told my agent, like, just give me somewhere, bro. Like, I just want to play this last couple months of ball before I go to Korea and just be stuck there. So I went there, finished a couple months, and I ended up leaving when it was time for me to leave. And then been in Korea, and it's been ever since, man.
No, yeah, I played in Cyprus too. Like, we had to.
Oh yeah, you played out there?
Yeah, I was out there. Like, I did a tryout towards the end of my career. I didn't, like for like 2 months or whatever. Like they wasn't paying the dudes, so like I left.
Yep, that's what they do.
They wasn't paying the dudes. But what they do have is they played the when I made the FIBA Cup All-Star team, they played the FIBA Cup All-Star game there. And that year it was like Marcus Gasol was there, Khalil Alamin, Curtis Millage.
Khalil was a dog, man.
Yeah, Khalil was nice. You know what I'm saying? They had it was a bunch of dudes, it was like Americans versus Europeans, but obviously this is Marcus Gasol's last year. He was in Spain. His team ended up winning a whole FIBA Cup. But that was his last year in Spain before he got drafted by the Lakers and then traded to Memphis for his brother and all that. So, but yeah, that was proper. It was like, Cyprus was real proper. But so you was in Korean League, then you played.
Hold on, real quick when you said it. So yeah, I remember when Paul Gasol and his brother Mark got traded.
Yeah, Marcus Gasol, not Powell. I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah. Do you think that they were just like, bro, just keep the house, man? When you just keep the house. Do you think they just trade houses and cars? You think they did that? You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If it's your brother coming, it's like, bro, don't even move. Leave all your shit there. I got my shit. When it happened, I wondered that, man. Because how most time if you move, you gotta like, oh, bro, where I'm gonna stay, do. I wonder did they just trade off, man. Anyway, go on what you were saying.
Hey, he probably so. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I mean, look,
why not?
Mark was getting at that time. He was getting like, I want to say $3 million in Spain at the time.
Yeah.
So it's not like he was, and obviously Powell was getting his money in the States. So like it wasn't like they was hurting. So like they both live in lavish. So yeah, it's cool. I wouldn't be surprised.
Leave the keys in the car.
Yeah, like it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing.
Take everything but your socks and drawers. I don't want your socks and drawers. Everything else I take. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. So I remember that. And like I said, like that was just real nice about, because it was like an island, so it was like real nice.
Nice weather.
Them
euros was expensive, bro.
Well, no, like I switched mine. I told my agent, like, look, I'm tired of getting paid, saying like, let's just say I get paid $8,000 a month for 10. I'm only getting 8,000 euros or 6,000 euros out of
6,500 euros or something crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, man, make my contract all in euros.
Yeah.
So the next year, from like my third year on, maybe fourth year on, was like, I want to get paid in euros. I don't get paid in anything else. So if I went to any country, I was getting paid in euros.
Bro, I tried that, man. The teams wouldn't do that from. They were like, instead of they're like, all right, we'll raise you a couple thousand per month. And then what end up happening is the exchange rate would drop even more.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah, the dollar was weak. The dollar was super weak at that time.
It was weak. And I'm, me being young, I'm like, okay, you give me that bread, I'll take that bread. Nah, man. I was getting hit every time.
Yep. So I would say this, you know what I'm saying, at that time, yeah, like you got to learn how to do the lingo, you know, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
you played 20 years basketball professional, right?
Yeah.
So what would be your best advice for like the next generation? So the next, you know, with the next Tony, you know what I'm saying? What would be you, if he's in a college right now, what would be your best advice for him?
Man, I mean, from my experience, it will be to, and it gonna sound cliche, but just because what I experience is really be in the moment. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
say
Mm-hmm.
you in high school or college, like be in that moment and enjoy the moment and put that work in for that time. So say it's 4 years, you can get everything out of those 4 years, or you know what I'm saying? And really sit back and look at your life in long terms, the next 10, 15 years. Where do you want to be? What's most important to you? And what can you do now to line up things to so you can get the most important goal? And
Mm-hmm.
everything else is secondary, thirdary. But yeah, that could, and that would be the biggest advice I can get because I struggle with that. And I
Mm-hmm.
know I know it's a lot of young fellas out there who get caught up in social media and just for the now moment. But really try to look 10, 15 years from now and where you want to be, how
Yeah.
you want to live, what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just try to line it up.
Yep.
Trying to line it up. Like I want to be at G, so let me see what letters I can accomplish for what I have now to get to G. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. 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 I would say definitely my dad used to tell me play chess, not checkers, son. You know, think about the long game. Don't think about just what's 5 feet in front of you. And so, you know, that was always like his advice for me. I always think, you know, but I mean, it's hard to sometimes because you be thinking like, you know, I can go here, I can go there for this amount of money or that amount of money, you know, but you like, you know, you be thinking like maybe I should have took this deal or took that deal instead of looking that way, you know. So you played 20 years. Obviously, you're a celebrity in, you know, in Korea where your hometown is.
I'm blessed for that too, bro. I'm
Yeah,
blessed.
yeah. No, that's what I said. People don't know like he has like TV shows and all that stuff.
Yeah,
He doing
man.
big things. So when did you know when it was time to hang it up?
Um, man, I kept getting hamstring. I kept pulling my hamstring, man. It was
Injuries. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
kept
yeah.
pulling my hamstrings, and all the teams out here respect me, so they're like, oh, like, hey, you're older, take it easy,
Right, right,
So I
right,
had
right,
been
right.
battling for like 3 years, man. Off and on, be sitting out 2 months, come back 1 month, feel a little, sit out after a while, after a while,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, I feel it coming.
Yeah, yeah. Like let me
Might
just
sit out another 2, 3 weeks, come
Uh-huh.
back, what I'm saying? Just back and forth. And then just, and because of those 3 years of having up and downs, not really able to be able to play and get that thrill that I used to get. And I was like, and then the final toll was, we had our third kid. My wife was like, all right, man, like, it's been a minute. I
You've
need you
been
to,
doing this for a long time. It's about that
yeah,
time now.
yeah, I need you to come back and, your first son and daughter, I understand you was working. So, because, over here, it's not like, over here in Asia, or at least Korea, you practicing every day, 2, 3 times a day.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
yeah, you might come home, like in a month, you might come home 2, 3 times, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Didn't know
like it's
that.
it's tough. No, it's tough out here. Like it takes a tough, and I personally I feel like that's what ended up getting my hamstrings like that because we just practice so much, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um but so my wife was like, now I was like, you know what? It ain't like I'm playing fantastic over here anyway, you know what I'm saying? So and then you know what the crazy thing is though? So the team I was with, they was like, no, we don't want you to retire. Listen, we'll up you 10,000 and we'll allow you to take off for your TV filming. We'll allow you to do the take off, but on those other times, you got to just come in and practice with us. So at
Mm-hmm.
first, I'm like, damn, y'all gonna give me love like that?
Mm-hmm.
I told my wife that shit. She said, "So you mean to tell me you never gonna come home?" Bro, I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I was like, "You right? I can't do that." I just ended up just, you know, what I'm saying, chopping it up. I was like, "It's a wrap. Can't do it."
Nah, I got you, man. Oh, okay. So you retire, you know what I'm saying? You hang it up. What was your transition after basketball like?
Man, even though I was, you know, before I had retired, one of my big fellas, he's 7'3". His name's Ha Sung Jin or Sung
Oh,
Jin Ha. He played in the league.
okay.
He played in the league for Portland for a couple years. Man, he had retired before me, so he was already doing the TV and social media stuff. So before a couple months before I retired, he had got me into it. So I did some filming. But even still, though, when I retired, man, it's like I would wake up and have some emptiness. You know, you get so used to waking up in the morning and having to work out and be with a team and listen to your coach talk and get ready for the next step. I'm not doing that, so I want to say for about 3 4 months, man, I felt like it was something missing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to do with
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you know how to say time heals everything. So as time went by, I was like, okay, this is what it is. Let me just focus on this. Let me find some new hobbies and stuff to keep my mind busy. Um, yeah, that was about it.
No, I hear you, bro. Like I feel like, man, like when I retired, man, like I was lost. Like you said, like I was lost. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I had a 3-year-old son at the time. I had to help provide for him. I was just lost, bro. Like I was like, okay, I'm a former professional athlete, but I don't want to coach. Everybody was like, "Won't you coach?" I don't want to coach. Um,
Why is that? Why don't you want to coach?
uh, I just wasn't. Coaching was never for me. Plus, I used to see how the obviously the top assistants they make money, right? But like the bottom assistants, bro, they were like, you know what I'm saying, staying all in the same 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Grinding,
yeah, like
grinding.
they're grinding, like the tape, like people do the video, all that stuff. Like, yeah, like even at UCLA, I'm not saying they didn't make money, but like if you're gonna start from the bottom, you gotta have a stack already, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
gotta be like you gotta have money to save. Like at that time, I was like, I need money to feed my son. I can't. I just, I can't go this route, unless I was gonna go from like nothing to like mid to top assistant at a
but
college
you had
level.
already put so many years into pro ball, and now to
Yeah,
start off from zero, and now
yeah,
I got to put in 10 years just to even get on the. I understand. I
yeah.
understand.
No, it was like for me, I was like, because like I said, I knew how much they were making. They were getting like basically financial aid money.
Yeah,
Especially when I was like mid-major in Long Beach. UCLA a little different, but like in Long Beach State,
it's
man,
still all the grind though.
yes, and like I said,
No matter where you at.
yeah, and like I said, like even if you're making more money, it was just the grind of like building that way. Like I don't mind training, like training kids or whatever the case is. Like I used to work on my son a lot, but then I was on it too much, so I kind of backed up. But like yeah, like training and stuff like that's more one-on-one. It's just like straight me and the kids or whatever the case is. But like um yeah, the coaching thing, I just never really wanted to do
Do you
that.
train? Do you train? You still you do you train other kids now? You still train?
Nah. Kind of when my son stopped training, I just stopped training kids because he was the main reason why I was doing it. I really
What's
wanted to
funny is
train
two
him.
things. What's funny is so shit. I train one thing. So since I've been doing like TV filming and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I feel like it keeps me busy and it's more like, okay, this is kind of fun, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel that deep connection like I did when I was a player, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like this is just what I think about, you know what I'm saying? So, I started last June. I started my own training center and stuff like that. And I'm training kids. Man, it gave me so much joy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got two. I got a girls AAU team and a boys AAU team. It gives me so much joy. Like my wife is like, man, you don't look this happy doing anything else. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Even when the kids
Yeah.
get me frustrated, I'll be telling, hey, man, what you doing? You running too slow. Get focused. I just told you. But to see them get a little bit better, bro, it gives me so much joy, man. Like,
That's cool. That's cool, man. That's dope.
yeah, I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's crazy to come from where I came from because I was a young kid who really I just played just to play. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even like.
Nah, I got
Oh, and
you,
another
bro.
thing is, so my son, so the AU team I got is for my son,
Yeah,
same
of
same
course.
age group, his school kids. I told my wife last night, I was like, you know what? I think we should give Ace a break. You know what I'm saying? Because it really, you know what I'm saying? I think that me just coaching him and I'm not even on him too much, but I think it's just the pressure of having your dad coach you sometimes. It takes the fun out of it or something. You know
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
do. I mean, my dad was my coach for a minute, and then he had to let me go when I was like 12 when I went to ARC because it was like like he stopped coaching me like when I was in elementary school. So junior high, I kind of outgrew the Boys and Girls Club team. So he was like, I got to get
Yeah.
you to like AAU because your game is past this. So that's when he put me on to ARC and all that, because we played at the Victoria Park and like we
Hmm.
literally had just lost to
Yeah,
the
I
20.
remember Victoria Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, we had just, like I said, our first 3 games was Shea Cotton, PTI, K-Swiss and Barron and Bean, and then ARC with Jason and Jaren. And so like the coach was like, we like Travis, we want to put him on our team. So that's when I went to their team, was 7th grade. So yeah, no, I got you. All right. Well, gotta ask you one last question, my bro.
All right. All
All
right.
right. Like I said, you know, at one point, us as former athletes, we all go through one point of our career or our life at a low point, and I want to know, like, how did you get out of that low point? Was it God? Was it your family? Was it a mix of both? Or, how did you get out of that low point and kind of like make yourself good again in a way?
Um, that was, I've how can I say this? It was a little bit of time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I've always, being an only child and stuff, I've always had to fend for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I never had that quit in me. I always knew like, all right, it's bad now, but I'm gonna hunker down and let the storm pass over. And one day the sun will shine. And
Mm-hmm.
when it shines, I'm gonna stand back up, stand tall, and get back to work again. I just never, what I'm saying? I never had that in me. I had so many I just tell you, man, Trev, I had so many battles and fights in my life growing up. Like I've been through too much to just quit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
went to places like in Europe, man, got in a fight, broke my left third metacarpal or whatever. It was my fault wilding out. Got cut from the team. I was down about that. When in Poland, me and my American got jumped by some skinheads out there,
What?
and yeah, bro, ended up cracking. And the crazy thing, but see, this wasn't my fault, but I feel like all the wild shit I had done before that was my fault was karma coming back. I believe in karma, so he ended up jumping me and my other big man. Now, mind you, this thing like 6'8", New York D's, like he D's, beat the brakes off us for on the club, some nothing. Not me. I was at the bar. And the cracking my jaw here, bro. Woke up in the hospital. Didn't even look like me. Nigga looked like Martin. That time he got
Yeah,
beat up by Tommy Hearn.
yeah. Yeah.
Bro, looked in the mirror, bro. I was crying, bro. Cause I was like, I don't think I'm an ugly dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't crazy hand, but I ain't no ugly dude. So I was like, bro, I'll never be the same. But it all healed up after time, you know what I'm saying? And end up having to go, come back to the States, chill for a couple months. I got picked back up, you know what I'm saying? Playing again. So I had been through so much stuff that I knew that, yeah, it's hard now, man, but you hunker down and let the storm, pass you by. That sun will come back up. And when it comes up, you rise up like a tree, flower, you do your thing again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shine it, baby, shine it.
Yeah, you gotta shine, man. Cause
Yep,
cause the
yep.
world, the world, hey, the world is tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's gonna rain down on you, but you gotta be strong enough to hunker down, shed it off, and come back up and shine, bro. Shine brighter than you did before.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, I want to say thank you so much, Tony, man, for coming on the show, man. Like, I appreciate you so much, man. Like I said, I've watched you grow from a boy to a man, and like I'm so proud of you as a man and who you are as a father and what you do. And like I said, folks, he is like a Korean star. He got like 18 shows. You know what I'm saying? 18
Nah,
shows on
nah.
his page. You got all. I was like, oh, okay. He doing this. He basically like Charles Barkley over there. You know what I'm saying? Got like
Man.
acting, TV shows, and all that stuff.
Hey, if you could understand Korea, you could hear I be saying ignorant shit like Charles Barkley too.
Yeah, I
Just be
believe it. That's
saying
what I'm
some
saying.
crazy
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. So please let the world know where they can follow you, find you on Instagram and all that stuff, man.
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is Koblasian Killer, KOBLAZIAN Killer. Shit, what else is there? You know, I ain't no social media dude like that. My wife had on my social media. I
Well,
don't
if you
even
have,
know what.
say you have Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, I don't know.
Now, I don't have no Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, that's for old friends and
Yeah,
family.
yeah, I got you. I got you.
I
Well,
got a YouTube page, but
there you
it's in
go. YouTube,
Korean.
YouTube.
It's in Korean though. I don't even know how to, you know what I'm saying? It's Korean.
Well, I'm pretty sure they got subtitles.
Yeah, but it's the to put my name is in Korean though.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, they can follow, like the video clips on Instagram.
Okay,
So
well, it's in Korean. It's Chun Tae Pung. I know y'all gonna be like, what the fuck you say? What the fuck you?
maybe we got some
Boom, boom.
Korean listeners. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and also last thing, Trav, I'm coming to remember I told you I got two teams that AAU teams. One of my teams I'm gonna bring out to LA. We're gonna be in the because I heard nowadays all the big tournaments is in Orange County area.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
true?
yeah, 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 yeah. They have like a lot of big ones. I haven't been to a lot of them in a minute, but I think now that my son's in high school, I'm gonna start getting back into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want him
Okay.
to play and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this team gonna be 11 and under next year,
No,
but I'm
that's
gonna be out
cool.
there mid June to mid July, bro. So when I get out there, I'm gonna hit you up, man. We
Oh,
gotta link
got
up
to, bro. Got to. You know
for
what I'm
real,
saying?
for real,
You
for
got to,
real.
man. I was like, man, that's real. Introduce me to your family and all that stuff, man. I appreciate it. Well, you can follow me at Travis W. Reed on Instagram. It's REED, Travis W. I post all my social media, all my shows, everything that's going on that. And you can follow me on Facebook, Travis W. Reed. Not all together like Instagram, just separate. And like I said, I post everything on Facebook as well. And also, you'll probably see this show on YouTube as well. It's Travis Reed, an athlete's journey. I post like some of my shows on YouTube as well. And also if you're looking for merch, I have my athlete's journey, Travis Reed, the athlete's journey. So just DM me for sizes. If you're looking for large, extra large, double XL, whatever the case, small, medium, have those. And last but not least, if you are an avid reader and an athlete looking for different books and different types of books to read, I am on LinkedIn, Travis Reed, and I have a book club, Travis Reed Book Club Journey. And like I said, we all kind of different books if you're an avid reader. All right. Like
Damn,
I said,
Trav, you awesome, bro.
nah, dog.
Yo, you awesome, bro. Yo, I'm like, this nigga. I'm looking at this nigga like, damn,
I'm trying to be
you
like you, trying to
awesome,
get on a
bro.
TV show, man. Trying to get, talking rocking.
Man, you awesome, bro. You got it going, man. I'm proud, man. Real talk, I'm proud of you, man. Like that's awesome.
Well, like I
Real
said,
talk.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of the person that you've become and the man that you've become. And like I said, I think that all the struggle that we've both been through has helped us become better men. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So shout out to, like I said, the Believe Network. And like I said, this show will be up probably the next during Thanksgiving time. We're gonna definitely put this up, over the holidays. So you get to see, I'll keep you posted on when we post it and all that stuff. All right. Peace.